Okay, Michael's back.
Sitting on a balcony after a poor decision because, people are sinful. And he's talking about why he drives. I don't remember a single thing he said.
Wait, like with her? Like with the woman?
Yeah. I don't remember the zone. The thing is, I don't remember a single thing he said. I instantly zoned out and thought about spending. Okay, I'm buying a new car and I have another car. It's cheap. It's like $300 to insure a year. I could keep that car, no problem.
Yeah.
I was sitting there spending thousands of dollars in my mind.
That's a thought. No, I get it. This guy's a car guy right here.
Yes. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that movie. You have to suspend.
We watched F1 based on all the titles.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we watched F1. You have to suspend your disbelief a little bit. But my word,
it's like the Lego movie for adults.
Hey, now that's a comparison.
When a movie makes you that invested, so you sit there zoning out with the character, not listening to a thing he's saying, but zoned out, but in the same mode as him. I don't even know how to describe it. Like that was, I was like in ecstasy. It was bizarre.
Can I? Quick question.
What?
Versus cars, Ford v Ferrari bases, like compare.
Ford v Ferrari, I didn't watch in theater, so there's a
No, you're right. I didn't either. Yeah.
Ford v Ferrari was based on a true story, so it had.
I was wondering if this was, but it didn't seem like it was.
It's not based on a true story.
I didn't know if he was. I didn't know if that character was.
No way.
No.
Not even close to how F1 would actually work.
Well, okay.
Kind of, but
it's a great movie overall. It's a great movie overall.
So okay.
Hello, good sir.
What's his name? Hayes or whatever.
Sonny Hayes.
Sonny Hayes.
Whatever you want to call him.
100% would have gotten massive penalties and huge trouble with the FIA for the crap that he was pulling.
He would not have been able to get away with that.
How to get away with murder?
Yeah. However, it was sick for plot purposes.
For anybody that's seen Formula One, it's doing it for the movie.
Yes. And so basically, thankfully I don't watch F1 that carefully.
Never seen one. I'd love to watch one.
I'm sorry. Okay. So in Formula One racing, he said,
All
right, our cars aren't fast enough to beat them in the straights. We'll beat them in the corners.
Yeah.
But all of the corners they overtook in are high-speed corners where high-speed,
which is you're right.
So
it's
it wasn't shown that well,
the premise
or
for the race strategy they wouldn't have made any progress at all.
Yes, but that's the thing is, if you just think about corner versus straight, little dumb brain person here who doesn't keep up with F1, it's that was sick. And so, like I said, a suspension of disbelief aside, that movie got me involved. I was doing this.
I don't know what either of you have seen this year, but I am just saying that's like my favorite movie of the year.
I don't even know what I've seen this year because better than any Marvel movie came out.
I mean, Thunderbolts and Ballerina were amazing. This was
movie this year.
Oh, by the way, Shea Wiggum, who is the guy who won the trophy in the very beginning, was in the last two Mission Impossible movies, and who was Gwen Stacy's dad in Across Fighters. I'm like, I didn't know he's in this.
Oh, I also found it really comical how his car crash in
the fire one? Oh, no, not the fire one.
No, his car crash in the 90s.
Oh.
The car literally split in half.
Yeah.
And you can literally just see the chair. I'm like, all right.
It's cool. It was cool.
It was cool. Wait, but the thing when in the flashback,
make it realistic.
the second time they showed it, I was like, wait, how would that have happened if it didn't happen before?
I know Jonathan's mind because we're very similar in a lot of ways. If I knew F1 more, I would be a little bit more pulled out of it. But just as someone,
but you liked it though. But it wasn't like you didn't like it because of those.
I love racing in theory,
but I did have to suspend my own. I did have to forcefully suspend.
Because have you watched Formula One or not? Have you just like heard?
What's that?
Have you seen Formula One or other racing?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
He keeps up.
I didn't know.
Like when they were talking about Le Mans, and they're like, the 24 Hours of Daytona. Sorry, and they're like, oh, BMW is defeating everybody. That is true because it's really happening because their cars are really good registered. So I was like, all right.
Makes sense.
The only thing I keep up with is IndyCar. I went to the Indy 500 one.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was a miserable experience, but also one of the best experiences.
Because it was hot as crap.
It was hot. It wasn't even that hot. It was
everybody was drunk.
It was just crazy. Yeah. So that was that.
Crazy, chaotic.
And so, like I said, I love racing in theory. I've watched like the super fast Matt videos of him, of them doing the.
Have you seen the latest one?
I have not. There's Pikes Peak videos where like he does.
Ooh,
like,
that's sick. Cause I've been there. Yeah.
Of just following a specific team and seeing the real life versus the movie version. Okay, the other thing about this movie, the character beats. Because if you suspend your disbelief about the racing and everything about it, the character beats and everything that happens within the movie, even down to the small characters, the big characters, everything just I didn't
liked it. It wasn't good.
The story is phenomenally cohesive.
No, there was never a point.
There was all payoff.
There was never a point where I was like, that character wouldn't do that.
Annoying, or like they were annoying. Like wouldn't do that, or just like asshole annoying.
But it was just like, okay, all of these characters act like themselves the whole time, basically.
And not only that, not only the characters, the pacing was good. I wasn't like bored. I wasn't bored either.
I wasn't bored. they could have maybe, instead of done 3 crazy moments, only done 2.
Well, the crazy moment. I'm just talking about, but like I wasn't bored. I wasn't like.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, this is a long scene. Stop now.
Yes, that was because the racing scenes were so good. This is my complaint about movies like this. This is okay. I'm going to compare this to a monster movie. Monster movies.
Jurassic World is going to bother me. I'm going to go see that on Wednesday.
Have far too much character and not enough monster fighting. Yeah. This movie, because it did the character so well.
Well, it's not even a monster movie. That's the thing. Like Top Gun Maverick. I haven't seen Top Gun Maverick in a while.
I was thinking to myself earlier in the theater that I think I saw more overtakes in this movie than I have in the entire F1 season. That's probably not true. I'm probably over-exaggerating. But I felt like it was just funny.
Yes.
It was just funny to watch.
Yeah.
Oh, there's an overtake. Oh, there's an overtake.
So
Never happens.
He's paying attention to a car now.
Yeah.
No,
Anyway,
just keep going.
the story was phenomenally cohesive.
Yeah.
The soundtrack, I really like what Hans Zimmer did.
Hans Zimmer, because I knew going in because of the direct, like Hans Zimmer did
Like,
Top
I'm
Gun and
personally
stuff.
not
It's
a
so
bass
good.
guy,
Yeah.
But man, he
IMAX.
got it. He
Thank you,
He
IMAX.
nailed it.
Apple, Warner Brothers.
It's not a score that I would listen to by itself, but
It might be like I want to now, like because it was so good in the
I would
movie. It was
compare-
so good in the
well,
movie.
thing is,
Yeah.
It's like Spider-Verse. Okay, the 2 movies I've seen recently in IMAX, which is not even
Dune
recently,
and Spider-Verse, right?
is Dune, Spider-Verse, and this. All 3 incredible movies.
Yes.
And all of them incredible for completely different reasons.
Exactly.
And so Spider-Verse is the same way as this though. The soundtrack just made it so much better, but it's never a soundtrack I listen to on its own.
And
Wait.
you know,
Dune
I can't
or
even-
Spider-Verse?
Spider-Verse. And then
Spider-Verse,
Dune,
you don't listen to it on its own?
I would never listen to that soundtrack.
I live it
just-
all
yeah,
the
doesn't- I
time.
don't
I'm
listen
sorry.
to it
That's
on
just
my own.
you know,
that's
and
just me.
the other thing about this movie is I don't even desire to you know, I'm perfectly happy to suspend my disbelief because I know it's a movie.
Yeah.
So I can appreciate watching Formula One to watch Formula One, and I can watch this to enjoy a good story about Formula One.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was just
Right.
it was
So it's a story about Formula One. It's not like about racing.
It's not,
Yeah.
and I
It was about
love what they
racing.
did. It wasn't like an origin.
it's like it's racing with a F1
Well, it's
veneer
about
on
people
top.
racing.
Yeah, it's about people.
But I like what he just
It's
said.
not
It
just
wasn't
about
it wasn't like here's how Formula One got started. It was just about this story. Yeah.
Because what it is that like a Ford v Ferrari, that's literally based on true story. That's like
Yeah,
you
yeah,
have
yeah.
The development process,
Also-
all this
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
You have the history of Ford and Ferrari, the whole premise of the movie. You have Miles, you have all these guys, and so you have real life beats to go off of.
Yeah.
But the problem with a racing movie is it just becomes you win the race at the end. But in this movie, they made it so the characters mattered.
Yeah, the characters
And
mattered.
So I would have been happy at the end if Sonny hadn't won, or if Pierce had won.
Well,
They
I
made
figured
it-
he was gonna win. I didn't think that the guy
But,
Pierce
but
was
I
gonna.
love that line at the end that Pierce said. He's like,
Yeah.
"I'm gonna win a million races. You needed to win one." It showed his humility. It
Yeah.
showed that he'd grown, and it also gave Sonny his payoff. Because
I think
I was thinking when Sonny first won,
'Cause they both had
I was
victory.
like,
They both had a
I
victory,
wanted
pretty
JP
much.
I wanted JP to win.
yeah.
But then at the end, I'm like, okay, no, they did the story so well where I'm like, that would made sense that Sonny won and that JP lost.
JP had a little bit of a victory. He was up there. He was up there. Yeah.
His
No. Let me speak.
Yeah.
This is so the storytelling in that final scene was really good, right? Because they're both neck and neck. They're at the start of the movie, they're awful to each other. They're terrible people
Exactly.
to each other.
And there's growth,
They hate
yeah.
each other.
And they're both
it's-
bad. I love it.
And it's so
Yeah, they both
it's
said
really
the characters,
well
yeah.
done that they hate each other. They are pit vipers at each other,
Yeah.
right? Absolutely abysmal to watch. You know, you hate both of them, right? In that
Right.
situation. And
Exactly.
then through the rest of the course of the movie, you see them grow, and you see Sonny take sacrifices for Pierce to advance his career.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
By intentionally slowing down traffic, literally hitting other cars on purpose.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
what I was talking about when
The FIA.
the FIA stuff
Would have hated them.
would have they would have been pummeled to the ground. But the fact is, at that very last scene, Pierce pulls the exact same thing to give Sonny the win.
Exactly.
And it's like a full
and-
circle.
And the thing is, it's great because I realized now, just as I'm remembering, the whole point is that Sonny was like, "Oh, I'm there," because they're neck and neck against Hamilton. Sonny goes for it, lets JP win, and then JP, because I still can't tell if he meant to crash or not.
no, I
The
think
in the last
In the
race,
so either
yeah.
way,
I'm
they-
pretty
basically,
confident
It
it was
showed it was the best way of having one of them win because obviously only one person can win. It would
Yeah, yeah.
It would have been absurd to have it's a tie. It's stupid.
No,
Well,
yeah.
I think from
I'm
a
glad.
storytelling perspective,
It's-
he
it
does
was-
it intentionally
Yeah,
to return the favor.
Either
to
way, the fact that they both sacrificed and then also were both happy, it just it worked.
Yeah, it really
so
was really well
from
in
a
the
character
storytelling.
perspective. And he never even because sometimes in movies when someone makes a big flip flop from end to end, you're like, okay, what happened in the middle that made them change so much?
Right.
This movie, you could see.
You could see it
thing
and
that
you
made them
understood
change.
and like you weren't bored, like you're like, wait, what did I miss something?
I don't understand.
By the way,
Yeah.
I mentioned Gran Turismo. Wait, this was way better.
Why
Like
because Gran Turismo.
no. Well, it was like I watched it because I watched it with my parents. So I was like, okay, this is cool car racing, but I was like, the fact they took like this true story from a video game, like a video game, it was just like it didn't translate well into like a real life driving movie. This just felt because Formula One is a real racing place. You know?
It just and then the sound effects. And
sound effects.
Like I said. So from the quiet scenes.
My favorite Apple movie, by the way.
Yeah, from the quiet scenes where I was.
Two or three I've seen.
From the quiet scenes where I was off in my own world to the.
What were you really thinking about?
The intense racing scenes where I was locked in, to the funny scenes that were actually like beat by beat hilarious.
There were a lot of.
I don't understand.
Hey,
and it wasn't.
I was like comedy of the year. No, I'm just.
Beat, like every single beat they
there
tried
was
to hit
really good natural humor in that movie.
like it was like
speaking of like Thunderbolts was great.
Yeah.
But like, hey guys, where's this Marvel humor?
Yeah. In a lot of movies, the humor doesn't fit the character.
No.
Especially.
But it fit here. You're saying it fit here in better.
Everything that happened that was funny fit the characters.
Yeah.
It was just. I'm gonna have to.
Okay, so I said I really liked it. I don't know, like 10 out of 10, but maybe like a 9 out of 10, 9 out of 10 film. I don't know.
It was especially IMAX, man. I don't know.
I don't want to say 10 out of 10, but like definitely 9 out of 10.
I don't know if any of your viewers take my opinion as serious because I ramble a lot on your channel. But
you guys are good for
if you
here.
make a decision based on this video, which I don't know who the heck would.
Your opinion or my opinion?
Anyone's opinion.
Oh.
Watch the thing in IMAX because I'm realizing now.
How to Train Your Dragon was great.
How much IMAX makes a difference for a movie because it's just your
Spider-Verse 3, next Spider-Verse in IMAX.
When
Come on.
all of the film directors say watch this in IMAX in theaters,
you're like
it's because the experience is actually.
But then you like watch it in IMAX.
Well, because when I said
a millionaire and have a really nice home theater.
When I said before going in that I skipped Mission Impossible, I was like, oh, Mission Impossible would be so cool, and I was like, I was just kind of disappointed for various reasons. But
would far rather watch
this.
This
is a complete random tangent. Your Name is not an intense movie. I mean, it is, but like
what?
If I could
the animated movie.
If I could watch that movie in IMAX, I would at a heartbeat because the sound of having the music all around me.
Michael, can you just stop talking about that? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Nothing in my mind will beat that movie. I've watched it.
That's fine.
I think I've watched it 10 times now.
That's kind of me with Spider-Verse, though. Don't get on it. Did Sunny Hayes just win over there?
There definitely was not anything.
It's 4th of July, so Sunny Hayes just won right over there.
Yeah. It's the weekend before. I don't know. Well, I have work tomorrow, so.
Anyway, that was a good review. Many movies to come.
Thank you, Spencer, for giving me an outlet to ramble.